Hello, everybody. This is Nimar Kawa, and I'm a ServiceNow solution architect and a system administrator. And I'm here today to show you the new feature with Kingston build, which is Flow Designer and Integration Hub. So in this demo, I'll be showing you guys how you simply create a flow in ServiceNow and how you will integrate with Slack, which is a cloud collaboration tool. So this is my developer instance, and I'll start off by saying that the Flow Designer comes out of the box with Kingston, um, and it's already available for use. However, the integration hub, you'll have to activate it. If you have a corporate a business account, you'll have to request ServiceNow and the High system to activate the plugin. Or if you have a developer instance, you go to your instance developer portal, and you'll go to Actions, and you activate plugin, and you will look for something called Integration Hub. After it takes a few minutes to activate, but once it's activated, it'll become available inside your Flow Designer. So in order for me to also demonstrate the integration with with Slack, I have my own Slack account. You can create one for your use, and I've created a channel called ServiceNow channel so that I can integrate from the Flow Designer into Slack. So we'll start right now. So you go to Flow Designer, you click on Designer, and over here we're gonna create a new flow. So the Flow Designer, it is a nice slick feature that ServiceNow introduced that helped. The goal here is to provide non-developers with a way to implement business logic without writing any line of code. And it is kind of a slick combination of business rule and job scheduler all in one application. So here you go. I'm gonna create a new flow. I'm gonna call it demo. I'm not gonna put any protection. It's global, and I'm gonna hit submit. So there you go. I have my flow. So the flow here it consists of two things: a trigger and action. Just like business rule, you have your own conditions and actions. Here is a trigger which would trigger this flow to run, and all the subsequent actions that you want to execute, and the business logic that you want to execute upon this trigger. So for the sake of this demo, I'm gonna say my trigger here will be when an incident is created or updated. So it's as simple as this. So you choose a trigger created or updated. You choose your table, and the nice thing here, you have access to all the tables and the applications in your instance. So you can choose anything, literally. The condition here is when I'm going to choose when my incident priority is, let's say, critical, and when, let's say, I want to be able to, I'm really concerned about one configuration item at this point. Let's say it is a ServiceNow Enterprise Services. So once this condition is fulfilled, my flow will work. And it's very important, if you choose create or updated, choose run trigger once, because you don't want anybody, every time the incident is updated, you don't want the flow to execute. So running it once, it's very recommended, highly recommended. So there you go. This is my trigger. I'm going to start with actions right now. So here, really, the sky is your limit. You can do whatever you want. There's a bunch of actions. There's also flow logic. So let's say once this trigger is fulfilled, I want to create a record. I'd like to create an incident task. Yeah. So I'd like to create an incident task, and this incident task, I'd like to assign it to somebody special to work on it. So the fields of this incident task, let's say I want to say the description is going to be the same as the parent description. This is one of the nice features here is the data pill picker. It will allow you to pick anything that you have defined in your flow previously without writing a code or anything. So you have access to a trigger. This is a trigger record. This is my incident. So if I click here and I go here and I'd like to pick the description field. So I look up the description. So what happened here is I'm setting the description of the incident task to be the same as the description of the incident record in the trigger. And let me do also, I'd like to the assignment. I'm gonna assign this also task to somebody. I'll assign it to myself because I'm good at fixing things. And I would like also to set the parent. So I want to create a relationship between this incident task and this incident record that triggered it. So the parent of this incident task will be, I'll use the data picker and I'll choose the incident record. So this way I created the relationship between them. Another thing I want to demonstrate, I want to also update my my triggered incident. I want to write a comment there or a work note. So what record I'd like to update, and here you literally you could query records and look for things that matches some sort of criteria. But I want to make it very simple here. I'm gonna update the triggering record by setting the work notes to sending Slack message, which is the next step that I'm gonna do. So these are stuff that I've done so far, and the next step is I'm gonna invoke the integration hub. Once you have the integration hub plugin active, you will have Microsoft Slack, HipChat available out of the box. For this demo, I'm going to show you guys how to work with Slack. So I'm going to choose Slack, and I'd like to post a message. So one thing nice about Slack is within your Slack application, you can define a webhook URL, which is a very unique URL to a specific channel. This URL should be, should be shared. You should be careful about sharing it because if anybody has that URL, will be able to write to that channel. So it's as simple as that. So I'm going to take you to my Slack application. So I created a channel called Servicenow. I'll show you right now how to, where to go find your a webhook URL. So I'm going to go to Administration, go to Manage Apps, and over here you can simply type webhook. So we need an incoming webhook. So, and I've already defined webhook for my channel, but if you're new to Slack, you'll have to add a new incoming webhook, define your channel. So here is my webhook configuration, which will post to my Servicenow channel as an incoming webhook. So if I edit this is kind of the configuration. This is the webhook URL that I need, so I'm going to copy it. And here it defines like a, the special icon that you want to use, a customized name, and you can say you can choose anything here for that. So as for this demo, I just copied the webhook URL, and I'm going to go back to my Servicenow instance and paste it right here. This is the message that I want to post to my Slack channel. So I'm going to say P1 incident, and I'm going to pick that incident. It will put the incident number, created or updated for, and you can type anything you want. So I'll go for ServiceNow CI. All right. This is, you can put an override on the username. So I'm gonna say I want this message to show as if it's coming from ServiceNow. ServiceNow. Let's say ServiceNow. That'll be fine. And the channel, I don't need to do it because it's already there. If you want, you can also choose icons. So I'm gonna choose a heart icon. I'll show you that in a bit. And that's it. So I'm gonna save this. One nice feature. So here's my flow right now. I have the trigger. I have 3 actions: creating an incident task, updating my incident with a comment, with a work note comment, and posting a message. So after I'm done, I can save this, and I'm going to show you guys how easily you can test it without actually running the trigger. With the flow designer, they allow you to test it without running the trigger, without doing the trigger. But if you don't want to test it like this, you can just simply activate it and then create an incident and see what happens. So I'm gonna do a test right now. Let me make sure I have an incident. So let me create an incident here. I'm just gonna create any incident. I just choose short description, testing the flow designer. Let's make it high. You don't have to, but if you activate the flow, you will make sure the conditions are fulfilled. So here is my incident, and I'm gonna submit this incident. The incident number is this is the incident number. I just want to copy it. I'll go back to my flow designer, and I'm gonna test this flow designer. They allow you to pick any record. I'm gonna pick the last record that I created, and I'm gonna do a test. So I'll show you guys here. The flow has been executed. To view the flow, it's right there. Everything green looks good, so it's completed. You can also open the record that has been updated, and these are all the actions that's been done. So I'm going to go back to my record and show you this incident right now. Right now, this incident should have an incident task and a work note. So this is the work note, sending a Slack message. It came in already. And I have an incident task also created and related to this incident, to my parent incident. And because we wanted to demonstrate integration with Slack, I'm going to go here and show you my ServiceNow Slack integration. So I have the incident, and this is the sysid actually for the incident. So what I'm going to do to fix this, because I don't want to put the sysid, I want to put the incident number. I'm going to go back here to this action. Go back to my cancel out. Let me go back to this demo flow. Go to this action, and instead of just sending the incident record, which will put in the sysid, I'm just going to choose the incident number. So incident record, I'm going to look for number, and right now it should put the incident number instead of the incident sysid. So I'll save this, and I'll do one more test for you guys. I'll pick the last incident and hit run test. And if I go to my channel, right now I have an entry right now. It's a new message coming in from ServiceNow with a heart tag or icon. is showing P1 incident, and I have the incident number created, updated for ServiceNow CI. So this is, guys, to demonstrate this integration and the flow designer in the new Kingston release. Thank you for watching, and please put your comment or send me any questions. Um, Thank you again, and have a good day.